Let's take a tour and see trial of this 2003 Century 2300 walkaround for sale in Boynton Beach, Florida. If you're in the market for a lovingly maintained offshore fishing boat with overnight capabilities and family amenities, this is one you should seriously take a look at. This particular Century 2300 is a one-owner boat in its whole life, and we took it as a trade on a boat that we recently sold, and it has been beautifully upgraded and maintained over the years. Century Boats needs no introduction, producing some of the finest offshore fishing boats with top-end materials as you see in this video tour. They're still in creation today, producing some great boats. This particular 2300 was made during their golden years, if you recall, when Yamaha actually owned the company, and they did a fine job using top-end materials throughout this boat. This particular 2300 is loaded with every option, including the optional hardtop, which really is a nice touch on this boat instead of a typical bimini top. Starting at the transom, a nice 3-step telescoping stainless ladder for getting in and out of the water at the sandbar, your favorite dive spot. Nice clean area there with plenty of foot room to get in and out of the water with a locking boarding door. Folks, you're not going to believe that this is an 03 boat. Everything on this boat shares nearly like a new boat. There is no rust, no mold, no mildew. There is not a stress crack, ding, dent on this boat anywhere. It's really nice. This one has the optional freshwater washdown right where you want it when you're coming in and out of the water. You can use that to clean up your snorkel gear, your dive gear, which this boat is set up to do. This boat has huge dual oval live wells. That's right, there's dual oval live wells, one on the port and starboard side, and they have that nice shape to keep the bait fish recirculating and fresh. And they're right where you want them on the transom, easy to access when you're pitching baits off the back of this boat. Great for fishing offshore, which is what this boat is meant to do. Really nice bilge access. You have your battery switches. Everything is very clean and nice in here. Not all that mold and mildew like you see on so many boats on the market. Century really does it well. They use all the high-end stainless hardware from Gemlux and Southco. None of the plastic stuff that you see on so many similar boats on the market. And this shows so nicely for an 03 boat. Look at that non-skid. It is in fabulous shape. This one is set up to hold your dive tanks with those racks both on the port and starboard side, which is really nice for those that are avid divers. This boat's set up for it. Nice gasketed. You see those black rubber gaskets to keep everything dry and clean on the fish boxes that are both on the port and starboard side, with a macerated pump to clean up everything and spit it out off the side of the boat. Really nice setup. This one also has the raw water washdown hookup. You hook up your hose to that and you can clean your decks using the 55 PSI raw water washdown pump. All the lights on this boat were changed over to LEDs by the knowledgeable owner that had this boat in prior years. Remember, this is a one-owner boat, and look at how clean all the compartments are. Nice fish boxes, or you could use those as cooler boxes on both the port and starboard side. LED lit courtesy light cup holders for the evening, which look really nice. This one has dual LED spreader lights that face the rear, which are great for night fishing, and they're underneath that beautiful hardtop with that nice rocket launcher setup to keep the rods off the deck when you're headed out to your favorite fishing spot. Moving up to the bow, got a nice passenger seat and leaning post and helm seat with storage underneath. And those are easily changeable if you want to swap them or put 2 helm seats in. Whatever configuration you want, those are the standard side pedestal seats, so you can put whatever setup you like. Very comfortable with the leaning post if you're doing a lot of offshore fishing. And this one has that footrest that folds up when you're not using it. Just a really nice, well thought out helm from Century. And wait till you see how upgraded and loaded this boat is. It comes with everything. Wait till you see this. A nice modern Raymarine Dragonfly 5 transducer Fishfinder with a nice hybrid touch Raymarine display for chart plotting and fish finding capability, which you could run both using 2 different things. So the way to do this, if you're doing serious fishing, you're going to have this display showing your depth and your fish finding. You'll have that set just the way you want it. And then on the top, you can keep your navigation display up, or you can split screen it. This is an awesome unit. This is one of the top of the line units from Raymarine. It is a touch screen, and you can split the charts if you want. As you'll see here, we're going to put up a chart on the left side and the sonar on the right, You could have the sonar running different depths on that bottom unit and top unit. I mean, if you want to do some serious fishing and navigating in some faraway places, take the boat to the Bahamas. This boat is set up to do it. And with the modern navigation system on this boat and fish finding capability, with those beautiful Outriggers on the hardtop, I mean, this is a serious fishing boat. Not only does it come with that nice stuff, a nice Kenwood system and a Raymarine Autopilot, which we're going to show you how it works. And that's got the remote setup Autopilot, which is really neat if you've never had that before. Lenco electric trim tabs with the digital indicators, and you have spreader light switch underneath the electronics box, as well as your red courtesy light for map reading without distorting your vision in the evening. They're those very bright LED spreader lights. Top of the line stuff, all the LED stuff really going to conserve your battery power if you do a lot of night fishing. You don't have to worry about running the engines. Top of the line standard Horizon VHF, and this one has the additional speakers. So if you're running and you can't hear, you just crank up that side speaker and you can adjust the volume so you can hear everything when you're running. If you're out offshore headed to the Bahamas, you can hear any traffic or anything like that. And that electronics box has that nice clear Lexan lid. Great Kenwood sound system on this boat. Sounds really great. And the exterior cockpit speakers are brand new Kenwood 6.5-inch marine grade speakers. Some of the best speakers we found in the industry. Taco Grand Slam Outriggers that are adjustable from underneath the hardtop. Top of the line stuff in the marine industry with those extendable poles. This boat is set up to fish. So many nice upgrades on this boat. This one comes with the top of the line sunshade for the cockpit. If you're out there fishing on those sunny days, or your friends and family just want to get out of the sun, you can put out that shade and it extends the cockpit very nicely to get out of the sun. That is a really nice feature, folks. If you haven't had a boat with those extended shades, it's a nice setup for the cockpit. Great fishing layout, tons of space in the cockpit as you can see, but this boat at the same time is set up with family amenities as well, and that great overnight capability. Just an awesome family boat. And take a look at that nice stainless hinge that holds up the headroom so you can get in and out of the cabin very easily without bumping your head. Great layout here, 2 steps down into the cabin, very bright. And if you note the headliner, you're going to see so many boats from this vintage where you do not want to go in the cabin. People have used it as a storage space. It's disgusting. It's got junk, mold, mildew everywhere. This is extremely clean. Folks, you're not going to find an 03 cabin boat as clean as this. It is very nice inside the cabin. It has a nice smell too. Not all dingy and moldy like you see on so many boats. It's been well maintained by the previous owner. This one even has the optional freshwater sink in the cabin as well for the evening. And you might have seen it has a brand new porta potty in the front there that has never been used. And you could imagine waking up in the morning from your favorite spot, anchored out, and coming out of the cabin ready to go and fish. This is the great boat to do it for those overnight situations on the hook. You can really enjoy it. Getting up to the bow to tend to the anchor or enjoy sitting up there is no problem. Nice wide side decks, and look at those sturdy stainless bow rails. Really nicely done. Century really put some thought into every little space on this boat, and it is a pleasure to be on this boat with your friends and family. One of the favorite spots to sit on the evening cocktail cruise, right up there on the top of the cabin facing forward. You feel nice and safe with your friends and family up there due to that nice high stainless bow rail. Note the cleanliness of everything, folks. If you've been looking at other boats, how many times have you seen pictures? You go and see a boat is dingy, deteriorated, disgusting, rust stains, mold, and mildew. We make these videos so you don't have to spend hours and weeks and months traveling around the state and the country looking at deteriorated, disgusting boats. Take a look at our inventory, some of the nicest boats and cleanest boats on the market. Really nice to have a hardtop on this boat. That's a premier feature that you see some other manufacturers don't do. On to the best part. Let's fire up the Yamaha 200 HPDI engine. This is the latest generation of two-strokes that was created from Yamaha. And if you know what HPDI means, that's high pressure direct injection, which is the same technology being used on many cars today because it delivers such good fuel efficiency. This engine is nothing like a typical two-stroke. It starts up nicely, it idles very smooth, plenty of horsepower, and at the same time it gets the same fuel efficiency as any engine on the market today. It's a 6-cylinder block and it's known for its longevity. Take a look at the reviews on the 200 HPDI from Yamaha and look at how well reviewed it is. The shifts are smooth and precise. This one has C-Star hydraulic steering, which is the top-of-the-line system in the marine industry. And of course, you got those Lenco trim tabs to balance out the load as needed or put the bow down in the chop. And those have that nice LED indicator panel. And it all works as intended. Folks, every single thing on this boat works. Everything. Every pump, every light, every switch, everything works on this boat 100% as intended. Go ask the other owners of other 03 boats if everything on their boat is working 100% as intended. I can already tell you the answer. We look at hundreds of boats every single day, every single week, and you're going to have a hard time finding a boat this nice. All right, let's lay down the throttle out here on a beautiful day in sunny South Florida and show you the performance specs on this boat. With the Yamaha 200 HPDI, cruise speed is going to be right around 30 miles an hour, give or take a few mph. If you want max efficiency, you cruise it a little slower, right around 25, 26, 27. If you want to get there a little faster, you can cruise at 30 to 32 miles per hour. Cruise RPM on this boat will be right around 3,800 to 4,000 RPMs, and that's with the current 4-blade propeller that the previous owner upgraded to. This boat's also going to come with a 3-blade propeller if you're looking for maximum performance. The 4-blade propeller, if you're going out with 3-4 guys, that's the latest technology for giving the boat some stern lift and getting that max efficiency out of this boat and more bite. And you're going to see here, we're going to spin this boat around while videotaping with that 4-blade propeller. She really stays hooked up nicely. No cavitation in the turns that you sometimes get with the 3-blade. This one stays hooked up very nice, and the feeling going through the wakes is very solid. With no coring in the hull, you got a 100% fiberglass hull. You have a very nice solid feeling when you're moving through those wakes. We put a bunch of hours on this boat on this nice day, and going through wakes and bouncing off the wakes that come off the seawall, a very smooth, dry ride. If you're sick of banging around in a boat with a lot of sharp slaps, this boat actually comes off the waves very smooth and nice. And it's a very nice riding boat. We enjoyed it. Here we are headed northbound once again. Very easy to handle this boat as the captain. Just a fun boat to ride. And it's loaded up with the Raymarine electronics and autopilot that we're going to show you here in a little bit. Just a really nice smooth ride. Here we are at 29 miles per hour. The throttle is very responsive and smooth. The boat handles very nicely. You could imagine being the captain of this boat with your friends and family aboard, headed to the restaurant in the evening or to your favorite snorkel spot, or most importantly, what this boat's really set up to do, and that's to go offshore and do some serious fishing. As you should in any proper sea trial, after running it for a while, take it back off plane, throw it back into idle, head back to the engine and listen. Does it stutter or surge or stall out or anything like that? And this particular 200 has a very smooth, nice idle. Again, review that HPDI, the 200 in particular. The 150 and 200 block is really well received. All right, you ready to find something that no other 23 walk-around probably has? It's this one set up with a Raymarine Autopilot, and not just a helm display. This one's got the remote control display. So you can literally sit up on the bow or in the back of the boat, obviously being attentive while you're doing it, but you can control the direction and route of this boat straight from the remote control. Full autopilot capability. So if you're trolling out there in the ocean by yourself, no problem holding your line. Folks, if you haven't had a boat with an autopilot, it is a super feature that you never realized you needed till you do have it. It is a great option, especially if you like to move about the boat without having to hold the wheel all the time. Once you have that nice autopilot system, and this one works really nicely. It just holds course beautifully. All right, let's have some fun. Let's lay down the throttle, full wide open run, and show you that she turns RPM very nicely. Again, we're videotaping while doing this, so we have to be a little bit careful, obviously, while we're videotaping and laying down the throttle to full wide open. But our performance here, you're going to see we got her up to 38 miles per hour at over 5,000 RPM. And we touched 40 after a couple of runs. Obviously, we put the camera away when we're doing this after a while. But we were able to nip 40 miles an hour all trimmed out real flat. And that's with that 4-blade. If you want to throw that 3-blade on there, you can get up even faster into the 40s. But this propeller's set up really nice for that stern lift and a load. If you're taking 3-4 guys out, this is the way to do it. This one's got some great performance. It rides really nice with that 4-blade. Folks, we plugged our Yamaha laptop into this engine, and it currently has 785 hours at the time of this video. And we compression tested it as well, and it has 120 PSI in every single cylinder, give or take 2, which is right on the same performance spec as the day it was brand new. For an 03 boat, 785 hours is very consistent, but low usage. Exactly what you want to see with the majority hours at the lower RPM range. At Wave 1 Marine, we've been selling boats online for over 15 years. On eBay, we're proud to say we have 100% positive feedback for every single boat that we've sold. We've sold boats all over the United States and the world, including Canada, Croatia, Thailand, New Zealand, and Australia. We spend hours making these custom video tours and sea trials of every boat that we sell because we know how frustrating it is to spend days away from your friends and family where you'd rather be out fishing instead of looking at dingy, deteriorated, misrepresented boats. This particular 03 2300 Century walk-around was just professionally detailed, and folks, look at the condition of the gel coat. There are no stress cracks, no nicks, nothing on this boat. And if you look at the shine of the gel coat, folks, this is a 2003 boat. Look at the gloss on the hull. Thanks so much for watching this video tour. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us.